there's rumors that he killed a girl and that's why he fled.
No.
That's completely rumor, right?
No, in that time that he went away, there was played a murder from a lady who had a vegetable store,
Okay.
and because he was suddenly away, but he lived in Rotterdam with his aunt and uncle, so it's not true.
But the murder was here in Breda.
It was here in Breda.
But so they tied it to him because he disappeared.
In the street where his mother lived, in the Bos Street, where we are coming over. But it couldn't be true, because he was in Rotterdam.
He was crowned.
Yeah.
That's the rumors, eh?
Yeah.
That's the way rumors start.
But he was a very naughty boy when he was little, so it's very easy to say he did it.
But y'all feel confident that it was not
It
him?
was not.
Okay. You feel confident about that?
Well, I'm not sure. I wasn't there, but
Right.
that's.
But I'm saying based off
that's
of
the difficult part of rumors, I'm a guy of evidence, but
right. And there's no evidence.
There's no evidence.
Okay.
There's no evidence.
So I feel like we could
The
rule
evidence
that
is
out.
he was living with his aunt and uncle
In a different
in Rotterdam.
town.
Yeah,
Right.
in that time.
It's not.
So was she a young girl if she ran a vegetable stand, or was she an
She was an older man, older woman.
Okay, because the way it's told is it was a young girl.
No. It was an
Okay,
older
so
woman.
that's definitely not correct.
Yes.
Okay.
Also part of the rumors. It's this colonel is a very mysterious guy, of course.
Yes.
So that is why all the rumors is attracted to that kind of that person.
Yes.
And there's no evidence.
Well, it's
but
the same thing with Elvis. They
Yeah,
want
same
to say
thing
he's
with Elvis.
alive, he's dead, he's alive, he's dead.
He went away to America without his he hadn't passport, because poor people didn't have a passport. But he left everything in his with his uncle and aunt. All his clothes and everything was there, and he jumped on a boat, and therefore is also a reason that the colonel never comes to Europe, because he have a passport, and because he was in U.S. Army, he was stateless, but he lost his Dutch.
But all beside that, it's a mystery. It's
But
still a mystery. They always will.
But just him leaving everything he owned and taking off makes people think that he was up to no good.
He was very clever.
But it was probably a opportunity. He saw an opportunity to jump on the ship and go. He couldn't go back and get his stuff.
Yeah.
The United States, of course, is an opportunity
Right.
For a better future.
And he proved that it worked.
Proved. He lived his dream, right?
Yes, he did. Indeed, he did.
He started here because behind this building, they lived above the stables, and next to their house, also above the stables, there were, a circus came here every year. They stole their belongings in the winter, and he played with the big horses from his father. There were no circus horses, but from the big, heavy horses.
Yeah.
And he showed his friends and his brothers and sisters that he can manage those horses. And his friends had to pay 1 cent, but their brothers and sisters may come and look very, yes.
He made his
so
kids,
that was the first
his brothers and
time.
sisters pay.
But when his father knows that, he put his buckle off and.
Oh, so he whooped him before charging his kids, his brothers and sisters.
Yes.
I keep wanting to say kids, but it was his siblings. But
Yeah.
there was 11 of them total. So he had,
No, 9. 2 are dead in stillbirth,
Okay.
but 7.
So
Dus,
there was only
dus,
10 total then.
counting
him.
9.
9 total counting him.
9.
Because they say, everything I read says 11.
Nee, 9
Okay,
children.
9 for sure.
And
Okay.
two were dead on
Okay.
11 until
So they
stillborn.
died stillborn.
And toen, as his mother had to leave, as his father died, she had to leave the house above the stables and went to the other street, the Bos Street.
Okay.
And it was a very small house for 7 people and 1 adult. So it was, and he don't like it. So that's also why he went to his
So we just
uncle.
cleared up another myth that's
Yeah.
out there. Yeah, thank you, my friend. Good
Bye.
to see you. So we're going through the alleyway around the back where the stables would be. without you, I would have never found any of this.
Well, it's now very beautiful. This time. But you can see this was the house,
Okay.
and the house was more that way.
So it was where the trees are right there. So that was the house and the stables. So this was the business part,
This
the
was
house
a
and the
street.
stables.
This was a street called the Vlasser. This was the street.
So there was a street behind.
These houses were not here.
Okay.
anymore.
None of this was here,
Yeah.
clearly. So it was right there where all these trees are in that direction, right next to the Pen and Ink, New York. So after his father died here, they had to leave this larger home with his siblings. So there was, did you say he had 9 siblings total, including
Yes, but
himself? Two passed away.
2 passed away when
So
they
that
are
was
babies.
7 siblings
Yes.
and his mother.
Yes.
So 8 of them lived in this
Yes.
next house.
And it's very small.
And there was a TV show called 8 is Enough in America.
Yeah, I know.
Because there was 8 kids.
Yes, I know.
So, but it wasn't about the colonel.
No. Oh, and I'll show you when because he died. As he died, he was
Now, what happened to his dad?
His dad was died in the hospital. But he Tom Parker liked to play in a casino,
Yeah.
and there was a cloister over there behind the trees, and that's now the whole casino.
Really?
If this was not here, but here also saw this cloister, but now it's a Holland casino. So because
Oh, I see it.
yeah.
So that right there, that
Yeah,
building
if you like to
that you
walk-
see through there is the Holland Casino. I can see the sign right there.
Yeah.
So so something about gambling
Yes.
was in his blood, we
yeah,
believe.
yeah.
And you know, I
yeah.
noticed that the house that he lived in Madison, Tennessee, right outside of
Yeah.
Nashville, real close
Yeah.
to my house, was very Dutch looking. It had stones
Yeah.
on it, and he added the shades on the windows. He added things that made
Yeah,
it look
yeah,
very
yeah,
Dutch.
yeah, yeah.
Absolutely. He even had Delft blue,
Yeah.
like shelf paper
Yeah.
and wallpaper
Yeah,
and things
yeah,
like
yeah,
that in the
yeah.
house. And his favorite color was blue.
Yes, yes, yes,
Yes.
yes, that I know.
Very Dutch.
Yeah.
Yes. So, friends, I want to stop here before we go any further and just say that we were talking about them staying in a place behind this building, and I was even saying that maybe it was over to the side. I don't believe that this is where it was. I believe that it was on a street further over. That will be cleared up in a future video. I can't clear it up in this one because I'm doing a video specifically about just the colonel, and we will clear up. I'll show you, and I mentioned it earlier. I just wrote the words that he was born here. That's where I believe they were talking about. So this would have been his father's business, and then they would have lived over in the other building, or he was born in that other building and lived in this building. I'm going to try to unravel that. But I am working on that, and we'll bring that out in the Colonel only video. That video will probably not be on this channel, by the way. It'll be on the main channel, broken up in many weeks. So we're going to the other house?
Yeah.
Okay.
Kijk,
Can we cross here or we need to cross there?
After this.
So you see Rabobank right there. Through that alley to the left is the back of where the other house in the stables was. So I'm giving them points. I'm trying to give them points where they know where to look. And there's the street behind it, Blase. So we came from right down there at that intersection. Turn left down this alley. She knows where everything's at.
So first I will show you this building.
Okay.
Then you go
This
on
building
the
right here.
Yeah, you go to, on the other side. And you
Okay.
can. Against the sun. Is that
Let's go over there.
Because I want to tell you, when he was a little boy, his grandfather lived in this part. It's a building for old people. Now it is a museum.
Okay, so this was an old folks' home.
He was his grandfather lived here.
Okay.
And his grandfather was in sailed from rivers from harbor to harbor and sold everything.
So his grandfather was a
yes,
salesman, kind
yes,
of a hustler
yes.
too.
His grandfather was from French origin. He stayed here. French was here also in 1795, and so the family of Dries stayed in Breda. It was because earned a lot of money in this legislation.
So he was very influenced by his
And
grandfather.
he
we
told
feel like.
yes, and he told how he did it, how he earned money. So he was very often here. So then now look here.
Okay, so this is where his grandfather lived.
Yes, and there he come
And it's the Studejac Museum Breda. It's number 22, built in 1643. I like it. It's very old. Yeah.
And then on the other side, I will give you a drink later on.
Okay.
Echt zo leuk. This is our pub.
Out here.
Yeah, yes. This is Bow Street. And you can see where the very old houses also here.
Yes.
This is also a very old house from the VOC. That's from the Dutch company who went to Indonesia and took the whole country.
Okay.
Yes, with their ships and so on. So this very old.
So this was the headquarters.
Yes.
And it says
You see the V.
1791.
Yes.
Yes.
They started the VOC.
Yep, 1791, the year of our Lord.
Yeah.
That thing got a little problem.
There was a fire last week on this spot. I don't know if it's a building. Look, there's a park again.
There's what?
See the park?
Oh, okay. So there's the park that we were at.
Yes.
Okay. Fresh strawberries. Wow, they smell good. America.
America.
Yes, from Utah.
They try to bring us back to God.
Well,
I always say I'm a happy Catholic.
I would beg to differ with them.
I say I'm a happy Catholic.
Yes.
This is a very old house. Beautiful inside. We are here. You can also see the small door. 65 feet.
I see the door. Is that it? That's 63.
Yeah, 60. Oops.
Oh, you okay?
Yes. It was about here. About here was the building.
Okay. So this is
very
different.
New. Yeah, it's very new, this one. But it's just is very small, but like this house. So very small. So
So it
like
would have been
this one,
similar to this
Yes.
right here, the next one.
But they shut it down.
They tore it down. So right in here is where the colonel would have lived. You
Yes.
see, that's 63, 61, 63, 65. So
Yeah,
it would have been about the
65.
same size
Yes,
as that
yes, yeah.
right here. And he would have lived literally right here. Let's go across the street. Boy, the vehicles coming through here is crazy.
Yeah. So like that house, almost similar.
Yes.
This house is very.
So it would have been a house like this, literally right here.
Yes, yes.
And probably spaces between them. So that would have been a space.
Yes, and that's
This would have been a space
That's why he went away because he.
because there was not enough room. So he
No.
went to stay with his aunt and uncle.
Yes, yes.
Okay, so where are we as opposed to the park? The park is over there.
Over there, yes.
Interesting.
And the story
So what is this
also-
street?
This is the Bos Street.
Can you spell for me?
B-O-S C-H. Bosch.
Bosch Street.
Bosch
Okay,
Street.
like Bosch Power Tools.
Bosch
we call
Street.
it Bosch.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So this
yeah,
is
yeah.
Bosch Street. It would be
Yes,
65 Bosch.
Brabant. Het Sertogenbos, dus Den Bosch.
So this road goes straight to a big city. Okay.
The story told us that when Elvis was in Bad Neuhem,
Yeah.
when he was in the service, he got a parcel and a letter for his mother from Dries van Kuik, from Tom Parker. And he went here with 3 of his mates in a jeep. And they came here and gave the parcel and greetings and so on his mother. Was
To
in
his mother.
59, was it? 1959,
59.
yes. And after that, they saw him having a hamburger and cola. Just, they were with a jeep, so
Yeah.
I can't go down there. But this was in the Egelantier. And the name then was het Boerke, the farmer.
Okay.
And there they have eaten.
So you think she still lived here? He came here
Yes,
and
yes.
dropped the parcel off here,
Yes, yes.
and then went back that way and had a hamburger, but it's further than we can walk.
Yes.
Wow.
But you were,
So Elvis came here too, friends, right here. And if you could imagine this house right here, that's what it would have been like.
so this was really in Breda. I was there.
So this guy
This
saw
guy,
him.
yes.
That's Victor Beaumars.
Yes.
Now he could be MBE, but we don't know.
And this, look, this is the picture who was also in the
So they don't have a picture
newspaper.
of the
Also
before.
here, see you? See,
Okay,
there's also
yes.
this house.
Yeah, that's that right there. There you go. So now we know, friends.
Would you want to?
So friends, to give you an idea, he would live right here, and so the street would look like that, going that way, and then coming this way, it would have looked like this. And a lot of these buildings are still original. So some of it's changed. This building is original, because this building is from the 1700s. So he literally, Colonel Tom Parker, would have lived here as a teen and walked past this building and seen that building, and probably thought about them trading.
And this also there.
Yeah, all this stuff along in here is all original. So that gives you a little bit more of that Elvis puzzle.
a lot of songwriters didn't like that.
Yeah, yeah. He had to have publishing, or he wouldn't do a song. He was hard. He was
But
harsh is not the right word. He was shrewd.
I never understand why Elvis agreed with that.
Yeah.
But
Well-
he was told from his father and mother, you have to listen.
He was making money,
Also,
and he was doing the things that he wanted to do. The Colonel was making it happen. Oh yeah, 1791. So that building was definitely there. Awesome.
and there was also a pub near the old man house, and I think his grandfather drank there also.
This beer was not here. This bear. So his grandfather drank where?
Drink also gin.
Gin.
Yes. Oh, they are looking for.
They're watching the ball game. Wow.
Okay.
Is that okay? They're not sitting here.
Mogen we hier zitten? Ja? Ja, omdat die mooie bloemen zijn.
Speciaal voor jou weg.
So these signs mean this street is only for bikes. You can see it's not very wide, and look at the cars coming. They're not even supposed to be on this street, and they just don't care. I've never seen anybody pulled,
You see,
not anywhere in Europe.
I told you, the Dutch are not listening.
They're not at all, are
They
they?
are just doing what they do.
I think they are. It's crazy. Riding around with no helmets and just riding everywhere and driving where they're not supposed to.
On the bike also, not
Yeah.
no.
In America, motorcycles
And
got to
the
have a helmet.
children now wear helmets,
Yeah.
but grown-ups no.
They don't. That's crazy. So this place, this guy right over here is the father of this, and they run. It's been in the family 170 years, and all the boys work here.
They all this cafe won twice the award of best cafe
From the Netherlands.
of the Netherlands.
Yes.
The whole Netherlands.
Yes, yes.
whole
This one spot right here. Cafe de
Not only the building, but also the service, drinks.
Yeah, the whole 9
Yes,
yards.
the
The bear. Very cool. Very interesting.
I called famous Piet Jong, and I called him. Nee,
Really?
ik heb wel de
Kiertje bij, hè? Die gaat met voetbal mee. Die is met de voetbal mee.
So friends, I had noticed that she pointed out that there are no power poles. And now that I think about it, I don't think I've been anywhere in Holland, in town, that I saw power poles. Everything is
Er
underground,
lampjes bij, hè?
which makes it much nicer. And I was wondering why they had this, but the reason is there's no power poles. That makes sense now. So friends, Napoleon was in this city, in Breda, in 1795. And they had a deal where the Protestants and the Catholics were at odds, like they were, we showed you in the church. And they were trying to show off. So the Protestants showed up in the black clothes with the high hats and everything. The Catholics showed up in all the colors and flags and all kinds of stuff. And Napoleon decided that they were rich, and he went, okay, well, so they were vying for the church that we looked at. Is that what they were doing?
Yes.
So Napoleon went, okay, well, since y'all were so rich, y'all go build another church.
Yes.
So there's a different church for the
Yeah.
Catholics here because of Napoleon.
It's the Antonius Church, also.
Wow.
St. John Street. Yes.
So they were vying, they were trying to get Napoleon to choose who the church would go
Yeah.
to, and they messed up by showing out.
Yeah.
That's incredible. Love these stories. That's amazing. Yeah, big party here. What is?
The other side.
Oh, the overkant. So that means the other side of the street. So that's Boschstraat is that way. That's where this whole thing. So those others are just pointing to other places.
Yes.
Okay. So this whole street and his house is down on that side. So make sure you stop in this place, Cafe de Bayard, right there, which was voted #1 in the whole Netherlands right there. It was really good. So that bike right there had a little situation. They had a little problem. Big wreck. Oh, you got watermelon. That looks good. Is it good? Yes, sir.
So tell me what you like to go now. Transport company with horses.
So this right here is Veemarktstraat, is the closest pronunciation I have, and it is right there, that black storefront right there. But if you come from there, if you wanted to go see the other house, you simply come to this intersection right here, and you turn and go down that street, and the other one is down that street on the left-hand side, maybe 2.5 blocks or so. Maybe 3, somewhere along in there. So is that what it is?
Veemarktstraat.
But see, we would say Veemarktstraat.
Yes.
Okay.
Vee, that's a good.
Veemarktstraat. There you go. So people are just painting ducks on here just for fun. They didn't ask them to do this, they just came and did it. So they have a lot of duck artists here. We call them duckists.
The French people, the Wallonian church is down.
So this is a French church. French Catholic?
Yes.
Okay. So nuns live here?
No, not anymore.
This is a different place.
I will show you.
Okay.
I will show you this. This is the other court. Look how beautiful.
Oh,
Isn't it nice? Okay,
Wow.
in the church.
so that's a different church than the
No,
other?
it's the same.
Oh, same church. Okay.
This is our same church.
Yes,
This is
amazing.
here now, behind the Grote Markt. But you can't hear nothing. Just
Very quiet.
everybody can come in here and have a. When you work in the city, you can have here your
Okay.
free entrance. Nice, isn't it?
Very nice. So it's just kind of a park for everybody. We call them PEs in America, parks for everybody.
Yeah. It's the Holy Katrina. So this was the former entrance of the church.
Okay. And they bricked it up.
Yeah, but the French did it. Look how quiet it is. Isn't it nice?
It's beautiful in here.
And 300 herbs in here now. And the houses were from the beginning. They look like the nuns over there, but they were not nuns. They were called Fraulein, Juffrouw.
So it was a
Yeah.
German nun.
No, Dutch. But,
Well, see, Fraulein sounds German
yeah,
to me.
but I don't know how to say the thing. Juffrouw, Mrs.
Okay.
Mrs. They were Mrs. They were clothes. They were clothes like nuns, but they are not nuns.
Okay.
They
So they were like,
yeah, hello.
hello.
They
So they were
don't-
like Nun wannabes, fake nuns.
No, but they don't. They have to have money if they want to come here and have a house.
Oh,
So they don't have poverty.
so I see.
They don't have poverty. The little one with the finger knows everything best. That is the Dutch finger. Every Dutch knows best.
Really? That's what that is, where the one is teaching the other one, hey, right there.
It's more than.
Check.
If you, no. Do you have listened? Have you heard?
Oh, so they're gossiping, you're saying?
Yes.
Really? So it's not a, hey, I know everything, you don't know anything. It's, hey, check this out. So it's all about gossip. Interesting.
Okay.
So this was a nunnery. And you're saying 750 years old.
Yeah.
Wow. But they weren't really
But
nuns.
the first, no, they were, in that time, we have a lot of wars, and then a lot of guys have to go for fun.
Yeah.
So there are no guys to marry.
So,
This is one of the reasons the men, or they became nuns in a nunnery,
yeah,
or they were beguines.
yeah.
And the houses, they were the oldest houses.
So these houses are 1534.
Look at the different stones. You can see it's formerly was it lower.
Oh, and they added to it. They made another floor. Ah, yes. I do see that.
Het zorgt dus dat het
Interesting.
nice.
So let me show that. I'm gonna zoom in.
Yeah, you can
So if you see
taste some herbs, but not
two
everybody
different colors,
together.
bricks.
That's now the church. It's the church where you can have a marriage.
Okay.
It is called a marriage church because there was a pastor who allowed different beliefs
Denominations to marry
marry
there.
there.
Yeah.
So that's was
Interesting.
one of the first.
But now, I know that we're in Holland, but we're not in Amsterdam, so they don't have any
In
no
Amsterdam?
cannabis in here.
No. Yeah, perhaps I don't know. I think.
You don't think so?
Oh, but you may allow to have 5 plants, eh?
May
Yeah,
have five
for own use.
for personal use.
Yeah, then you may have
Yeah.
5. Yes.
Anywhere in Holland?
Anywhere in Holland.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. So look at this little thing.
This is from our business. Will you come and look?
This is?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
From Breda Promotions. Will you come?
Oh, so this is your business?
Yes.
Yes,
Will you
indeed.
come and,
Yes, love to.
look? Okay. Hey. Hi. Hoi. I have an American with me.
Hello.
Okay.
How are
Hello.
you?
It's my colleague.
Hey there, how are you?
I'm just leaving
I'm
now.
Billy.
Because
Nice
het
to
is
see you.
sluit to 4:30.
Oh.
I don't know what she said, but yeah.
Yeah. Okay. First you can.
Nice to see you.
Bye. Look here. This is all handmade,
Wow.
and this is all houses from what do you say it? All kinds of.
Villages or?
No, the bicycle is here, but there are a bakery.
Oh, so it's different businesses.
Yes,
Oh, okay.
yes. You can see a
Wow,
bakery
they're beautiful.
or clothes, everything. Het is allemaal handmade.
They're amazing looking.
Isn't it nice?
It's very nice. And see, it all looks, if you looked up in there, it looks real.
Yeah.
Typewriter.
Where I live now, there was also a baker, came with horse and car,
Yeah.
like this, but then with a horse.
Look at this. They're amazing looking. Look inside there. There's a typewriter on that table over there. And there's another floor. They're sitting in there. There's cakes. Wow.
Isn't it nice?
It's really nice. A photographer. This is beautiful. So who made these?
Yes, it was one lady who made it for her hobby. Just.
So she made all this.
Yes, yes.
Wow.
But it's some issues you can buy, like bicycles,
Yeah.
that you can't make. But bijvoorbeeld this, for example, this she made this for herself. Dus, so.
It's really neat. Excellent.
Look, this is the castle. This is with our queen and our in the time from Willem of Orange. This is Willem of Orange.
That is William of Orange.
Yes, and his mother over there, Juliana van Stolberg, got 17 children.
17.
Yes.
Wow. Does she know what caused that?
Kijk, this is the dining room.
So this would be in the castle over there?
Yes, and it look like that.
Yes. That's amazing looking. Very cool.
This is a nice. This was the governor, but they thought that he was from the land, from the landmacht. Zeg je de landmacht? From the. Not from the air and not from the marine, but from the.
Oh, from the water, like Aquaman.
No, from the land, from the.
Oh, from the ground.
From the ground.
Okay, well we all
yes.
are. Yeah, according to the Bible. Yeah.
Yeah, but he had so but we thought he was from the air. So we have him a blue suit.
Okay.
Blue suit, and then they say to me, but he is from the ground, so he had to be green. So they gave him a handkerchief, and the lady made a new suit for him.
Oh, okay. From the handkerchief,
Yes,
from the color.
Yes.
Very cool.
This is
Look at those
also
tiny
beautiful.
pictures.
Just a cupboard, and that's a house.
What does this say? Don't touch it.
Yeah. Don't touch the doors.
Oh, don't even touch the doors. I saw you touching them though.
Yeah, sorry.
But you can, right?
I can't read.
I love doing photography on little stuff like that right there because it's it shows up good.
So this is in those ages how they wash. This is ook very nice. It's all flowers, a flower shop, a hat shop. So it is for one woman made this for more than 70 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
We have something like that
And this is the church.
in America.
The church over there. There was a little church over there.
The one that was.
This is the Church of the Beginnings. Yes. And she used the color of the windows
Yes.
from cards, from Christmas cards.
Oh wow! But you could see through them. That's good. That looks nice. And a store, a bar.
This bar, yeah.
Yeah.
There still exists this bar. It's
Yeah.
in the south of Breda. Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
These things are really well done. We have something like this that a monk did,
Oh.
but it's all outside. He built
Oh yeah.
buildings outside, a whole bunch of them. It's like
Oh, this
70
is,
years.
This was the nunnery.
So even in the displays in Holland, there's tons of bicycles. Bicycles everywhere.
Yeah.
So if they come to Breda, they can come and you will take them on tours like you did me around the city.
Yes.
What
All
does that
kind of
cost?
tours.
Is there a set fee?
Yes, there is a set fee, but
So-
it is what you want to do. You only pay the tour,
Okay.
and if you have consumption or drinks or
Yeah.
everything, then you pay for yourself.
Okay.
Because you can.
But you have
it.
fees, so they can come here and you
Yes.
will do what you did with
Yes,
me and
yes.
show me all the stuff,
Yes,
show them all the
yes,
stuff.
yes.
Okay, very nice. So
And
how can they
I
find
always,
you?
I will always say, you can do our strolls if you are with, alone or with 2 or with 20, but if you like to pay. That's all what I
Yes.
say.
So how do they find you here? is my question.
I give you a card.
Okay. Yeah, you gave me a card, but I want them to be able to see a visual of it.
Oh, we are also on the internet. The
Okay.
other side.
And that may be how I found you.
Yes.
Oh, this is the park right here.
Yes. This is also beautiful stunt.
Yeah, wow, look at these flowers.
Call it candles.
You call them candles?
Candles.
Oh, those.
Yes.
The street lights.
No, the flowers. We call it
Oh,
candles.
you call those flowers candles. No, I'm talking about these flowers.
No, those.
You're talking about up there, you call those candles.
Trees. I don't know from which point you want to use your.
I need to go somewhere. So this is the backside of those, of the nun
We're not allowed to have
windows.
windows because the people of the council are walking here or riding horse. And
So does this signify?
this is Thomas and his blind. It's from the Bible.
Okay.
Thomas and the angel. Blind.
So you're saying doubting Thomas?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so I need to find somewhere that there's not a lot of people.
Well, but
I can find a spot somewhere. So these are chestnut trees that they're saying the candles are in.
this part of the year. They are so beautiful.
Yes, indeed they are. So that's the back of the place where that's 750 years old. That building and the building over on the other side we can't see.
When his son wrote a letter and he got a letter back and he invited his brother to come to America.
I remember that, and he went and visited.
He went, but Tom Parker didn't want to tell anything want to tell something about the past or whatever. Dus he was very hospitable. Hoe say that? Hospitable, hey?
Hospitable, yes.
Yes.
He was
Yes.
welcoming,
Yes.
but after that,
Give him lots of
he didn't talk to
presents.
him anymore.
He was no. And
Am I remembering that right?
yeah.
He was kind of like blessing him and doing all that kind of stuff, and then it was
He
over.
didn't want to talk about his past.
Yes, I recall that.
But we have in 2006, that was, I think, the birthday of Tom Parker or from Elvis, I don't remember. But we have a very great, how do you say it, a show from all kinds of Elvis things in the casino. And also people from Graceland have given us for the show lots of clothes and his belts.
So you had things to
and
show.
the photograph, the man who made pictures of Elvis, his fake photograph, was there also. And one of his
Yes, and they're dancing on the waterfront there. Really having a lot of fun.
guys,
It's very nice.
signs from the
So
villages
this is
around.
the memory of the first people that came to Breda,
Yeah, from the royal part.
the royal families.
Yes.
So I see William the Third and the Second and the First.
And what they belong, what all belonged to them, all the villages.
Yes.
With
Wilhelmina.
king house of the Nassau Line.
It's very nice. They've started painting part of it.
Queen Wilhelmina was the overgrandmother from our king. Okay, this is the start of the family of Paulanen, Johanna of Paulanen. She was 11 years old when she came to Breda to marry Engelbrecht I of Nassau. But there's saying that they can use their marriage when she was 17, so she had to wait. He had to wait.
So they didn't consummate for
Yeah.
years. Okay.
Until she was 17.
Yes. Well, good.
This was the lion of Breda. Take care of the city.
Yeah, I see that lion in a lot of stuff.
It's,
Red tongue.
yes.
Very interesting. And you're saying that the train station, which is that big building down there, won
Yes.
a building award for
Yes.
2017.
Yes. Look how beautiful this whole canal.
Yes, it's really nice. Boats coming and going.
Yes.
A lot of boats.
You can row, you can use that like a boat.
You can canoe. What are these? Bugs.
This is the sign. People are like ants. A
Oh,
lot of ants.
there's a lot of people. Oh, and they're everywhere. Look
Yes,
at them.
it's everywhere.
That's funny. All right. So, are you wanting to watch the drone? Get a question.
Boat, you can come to the city.
Yeah, I've got a question though. Why is it saying no chess playing there on the dock? You see that sign over there? That's
Yes.
a pawn from a chess set.
Yeah, yeah.
So why is it saying no chess playing on the?
I don't know.
So I mean, it doesn't. Is it a king? The king doesn't like chess.
I don't know why.
This guy right here, I predict, is going to dock right there.
Yeah.
What do you think he's going to do? I think he's going to dock right over there.
Well, possible.
Yeah. Ah, he was right there earlier. That's the reason I'm saying that. I saw him right there. I was going to trick you. All right, so let's go across the street. That's probably a good spot to fly from. So there she goes, friends. If you need a tour guide when you come to Breda, she is it. She knows her stuff, as you can see. And she said that this nun is a French nun that has some attachment from a town in France and has some attachment to this building. So now we know more about that. Friends, we're in the train station in Breda, and you can see she's got a bike right there walking through. They actually have a whole area here for the bikes to ride. And of course, they can go right through. They're not supposed to ride, I don't think, over here, but this little area here, that's what it's for. And that lady's actually gonna walk her bike and put it on the train. Everything here is based on bicycles, and I mean, it's an entire industry here. See, she's going through with her bicycle, and she's going to walk that and put it on the train, take it to the next place, and get off. I think I need to get me a bicycle. I tried to rent one here, but it's Sunday, so no go. But that means I could rent one and bring it with me. Might just do that. So, the ATM. Make sure that's not something, because I am here in Germany, and let's go. Let's try it. It's the first time where I thought that it was reasonable to ask for my card. I went and ate at a restaurant earlier, and they could not take my card. So I don't want to be without cash again. So it indeed worked. Now I want you to look at how this looks as opposed to other money. This is the size of that money. That's the size of our money. So theirs is a little taller, but not quite as wide. It's kind of, so theirs is a little taller, but not quite as wide. So there's a good comparison. So there you go, friends. 200 euros, which is like $230, something like that. I'm not sure what they mean by this. I think they've got enough newspapers. At first glance, I thought this stuff was foam, rubber, foam, like what we call EPS foam that we make hot tub covers out of, but it is like, it's hard, but it's brittle. It's very light, but it's also brittle. So it's like some kind of, I don't know what that is. It's some kind of building material. Wow. Okay. Look at that building. That crazy round dome. Imagine what those rooms look like. This guy's painted that door fast. Asked him about an ATM, went to the ATM, walked back up here, and it's painted. This thing makes crazy sounds. And I asked him why this number is on here, and they claim the 136.1 means you say, I'm having a problem with this light on pole 6, 136.1 at this intersection, which is Meerten, Verstenhoven, and they know which light it is. I said, well, why don't you just go to the intersection and see which light ain't working? That's what I would do. Boy, this river, this has got a little Willy Wonka in the Chocolate Factory look to it. Love these bridges, look at this. It's gorgeous. Breda. Wide river. He's trying to show out for his girl and nearly wrecked. I hate I didn't get that on camera. You can't have it running all the time. Look at these beautiful flowers. There's a lot of this. Multiple people on one bike. So there's the place that I ate lunch. I'm on the back side of it. So I'm gonna walk back around to where the Colonel was, area where he's at, and eat some supper. And just sit around and enjoy the area where the Colonel lived in Breda. Yes, indeed. They're flying through here on these motorcycles. And this is only supposed to be bicycles. Wow. So I decided to walk back down here, friends, and go. They said that there's an alley. I want to see what it looks like on the back side of this house. And look at this. They have a bumper car in there. How cool is that? This is a car stereo shop right there. And then you've got this. Look at this. That is funny. I love that. The Colonel did not live in 63. I told them 63. He lived in 65, which would have been, you see the space there on that shop where they filled it in. It would have been spaced right here, and it would have been the edge of it, somewhere in there. So I want to see what this house looks like on the back. And that house was definitely there because you can see that it has a date on it. 1648. 1648, friends. That's a long time ago. And it has that thing that I talk about, I see on all the old buildings that looks like a sword sticking through a loop. That's how they held the buildings together on the really old ones. So let's see if we can figure out a way to get on the back side of this. Abraham's Schutzstege. I'm not sure what that is. Is that somebody's house? That's somebody lives here. Interesting.